Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. I am Sharika Sanders, and today is Talk About It Thursday. And so I would like to welcome a great person, an awesome person, someone that I recently met that I just couldn't wait to share with everyone else. And her name is Miss Kelly Dickerson. Kelly, thank you again for being here with me today and engaging with me. And please tell me a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Well, Sharika, first of all, thank you for inviting me to be on your podcast. Like you said, we met last week, and I could just tell you were also a really good person. And so I just felt like there was a strong connection. So I'm really appreciative to be a guest on your show. And as far as what I do, I own my own business, KD Insurance Solutions, and I'm an independent health and life insurance broker. And so I work with people throughout the country, and that includes individuals, solopreneurs, as well as small businesses with up to 50 employees.
That's amazing. So here we have someone that can provide us all, especially as solopreneurs, because we tend to excuse ourselves from so many things of, I'm not there yet. I'm not ready yet. It's not my time yet. So here we are with someone who's speaking directly to us. And so, Kelly, please tell us, what is the one thing that you know that we should know?
Yes, that is such a great question. And I wish more people would ask me that. But to be honest, as insurance brokers, we have access to different types of plans, and we have to honestly dig to find them ourselves. So
Mm,
there are, in my case, I have access to actually group benefits that are available to anybody who's self-employed or who has a 1099 income. And so that really opens the door for solopreneurs or anybody who's maybe starting to sell, anything from cosmetics to having a side hustle, gig work to basically get really good benefits available to them at very affordable rates. And so these, again, are plans that a lot of people don't know about, and you kind of have to get them through a broker. So I would say that would be the number one thing.
thank you. Excuse me. And also, excuse me for sounding like a gentleman today. But I think that's very helpful because, like I said, we often discount ourselves. Oh, I don't have enough employees, or it's going to be too expensive. Oh, all of the reasons and excuses we can make up. But one of the things I love to say is begin with the end in mind. And so, in beginning with the end in mind, even as a solopreneur, even if you're just doing, some contract work here and there, whatever the case may be, you want to make sure that if anything were to happen, that you're covered. And we always think, oh, nothing will happen to me. And, God forbid, no one wants anything to, but how about we take the necessary precautions? When we get in our cars, we still put on our seatbelt, although we aren't planning to get into an accident. But just in case, we want to make sure that we're protected. And so we should do the same things when it comes to ourselves, when it comes to our businesses, when it comes to thinking about the possible burden that could be infringed upon our family and close friends if something were to happen. And so um, I love that you provide this service. And then I want you all to listen. She said that we go through and we select and we pick. So that means that it's not cookie cutter. It's not one size fits all. It's not just because your friend had a plan that they didn't like doesn't mean that that's going to be your situation as well. Kelly's going to go in, take a look, see what she can find based on criteria and things that you've provided for her, you've given to her. So reach out to Kelly, have a conversation. It never hurts to have a conversation. Have a conversation and see how she can help you. And I'm sure you'll be surprised at how low cost you can get something that will benefit you and your family down the line. So thank you so much, Kelly. Um, are there any additional words of wisdom or events, or if just tell us how we can get in touch with you? I'll make sure your contact information is also included within the info of this video. But any extra nuggets you would like to give us?
Yes. Well, first of all, Sharika, thank you for pointing out how important it is for all of us to have some sort of protection in place in terms of insurance. I kind of on a side note, I had a long career as a physical therapist. And so I've seen things that can happen to people firsthand. And then beyond that, there are a lot of statistics that back these things up. So one big one that I like to share with people is that the number one cause of bankruptcy in the United States is medical bills. It accounts for
Mm,
66.5% of all bankruptcies in the US. And then I think most all of us know somebody who's been diagnosed with cancer.
mhm.
It's so prevalent these days. And then we also know people who've been in the random accidents, right? And so I talk with people who, to their credit, right, they are doing a great job eating healthy, working out, and taking care of themselves. And they're like, I think I'm good. I'm pretty healthy. I never need to go to the doctor. And I tell them, that's great. But any of us can get in a car wreck that's
Right.
due to somebody else's negligence. And so
Yes.
having something in place is so important. And I think a lot of people don't realize what options are available to them. I will say when I work with someone, I really take the time to go research options, and the solutions look very different from person to person. And
Mhm.
so I love the fact that I'm able to, since I'm independent, I can look at many different options from different insurance carriers and then come back with a few good solutions and let that person make an informed decision. So it's very rewarding.
Thank you for that. Yeah, I mean, you're providing a great service, so I would imagine that it is very rewarding for you and then even for the person on the other side because they see the care that you put into what you do to help them. And so again, thank you for your service then and now.
Well, thank you. That's very kind.
And I feel like even because of your background, it just gives you an even more of a leg up to think about things that we probably won't even think about when we're talking about insurance or different types of protection that we need. So I appreciate that. Um, and I thank you so much again for being here. Please know this platform is not just for anyone that I meet. And so, like Kelly said, we just met recently. And as you all can see, she's a great person that I know that I definitely feel like you all should get to know. And I just thank you again for your time and what you do and how you do it. And as I stated, I'll make sure that all of your contact information is included. So if you all have any questions, if you're just trying to figure it out, if you're not sure, reach out and have the conversation. Again, it never hurts to at least have that conversation and see where you stand. Thank you
Yes.
so much, Kelly.
Thank you, Sharika. Thanks again for just having me as a guest. And yes, people can visit my website and schedule a free consultation. It's kdinsurancesolutions.com. And I'd love to chat with people and see if I can be helpful. And thank you for all that you do and the work you provide to help, solopreneurs as well as other people that you mentor. So thank you for giving back and making a difference as well.
Thank you. And thank you again for coming. All right, everyone. We've given you some information that Kelly knew that now you also know. Now, what are you going to do with that information? Thank you again, Kelly. Thank you for your time. See you next time.
Thanks, Sharika.